Hello, welcome to the When I Have Spare Time podcast. My name is Frank, and I'll be sitting here talking to you for a few minutes. As usual, I'm wearing clothes. I'm wearing a black pink t shirt with Jenny on the front. I haven't done a podcast in a few days because I was waiting to see if there are going to be any more mass shootings. Seems to be all the rage these days, you know? There's a mass shooting every 3 days now. Like when there's not one, I'm shocked. But anyway, since we've had a break of these false flag operations, I've decided I should probably talk then. Anyway, um, I have nothing interesting to say, but I was reading relationship advice and just other types of relationship related posts on Reddit. I know I'm not going to read anything to you, but a common theme I've noticed is people wanting open marriages and then being shocked when their partner leaves them because they suggested it, or leaves them because they found someone better, or leaves them because they found someone, but the person who suggested it wanted to close the marriage, and so it became an argument. So anyway, it just seems to be such a common thread. But granted, it is Reddit. But I don't know. It's also anonymous, so I think people are more likely to be honest when it's anonymous. But so but anyway, the point is, it made me think of something else though. It made me think of cheating and how a lot of people, especially married women, get caught cheating is because they get pregnant, but they get pregnant with let's say you're a woman and your husband's white and you're cheating with like a Chinese guy or whatever, a black guy, whatever. If you're gonna cheat and you don't want to get caught and you're in a relationship, you cheat with someone that's the same race as your husband or boyfriend. You don't cheat with like a different race because you know first of all, you're already making a bad decision by cheating. Well, first of all, you're already making a bad decision by being in a relationship in the first place. But your second bad decision is, well, you're cheating. So you're a person who makes bad decisions. So don't you think that you're probably the type of person that will probably get pregnant because you're already on all these other bad decisions. You're gonna probably like slip up and forget to take your birth control or don't have the guy work on them. So I can picture several ways you would get pregnant. So anyway, to solve this, if you're a woman and you're cheating on your man, make sure it's with another man of the same race. Therefore, when you get pregnant, you don't have to worry about the baby, about the baby's looks giving away your infidelity. I mean, it's that simple, and that is the easiest way for a woman to get away with things. Yeah, I don't understand. That's just cheating 101 right there. If you're a woman, you only cheat with a man that is the same race as the person you are cheating on. I mean, like you can get away with like the different hair color stuff and all that. Just get the basics right. At least get the race right because if you get the race right, the baby's gonna look partially like you. So if the baby doesn't look anything like him, you know that won't won't be an issue. And then plus, it's a newborn, so he's gonna just convince himself, and you can help by doing this by just saying, "Oh, he looks just like you." Like just reading all these Reddit posts. Well, granted, most were about open marriages, but I mean, there were a few caught my wife cheating or my wife is cheating, the kid's not mine. Well, a lot of these guys who are like, yeah, the kid's not mine. You know, obviously, if you're a Japanese dude and and the kid comes out Mexican, no shit. Okay? Imagine being like whatever, a Mexican woman. Okay? You got a husband, he's Mexican too. You cheat on him with a Chinese guy. You go get you go get an ultrasound, and in the ultrasound, the baby's holding chopsticks and a bowl of noodles. You know, that's just plain stupidity. But then imagine you're a Mexican lady, your husband's Mexican. You cheat on your husband with another Mexican, another Spanish fellow. You get the ultrasound, the baby's wearing a sombrero. Okay, all right, it's gonna work out. He's never gonna know. So you have to like be smart when you're doing stuff like that. Yeah, that's my relationship advice. And like it's a slow, it's a it's a boring, boring time for me anyway. Anyway, when I'm reading Reddit, but I mean there's just listen, like the more and more information that comes out about these shootings, the more and more my theory is correct about it was a false flag operation. So it's like I was tired of patting myself on the back with this one, and so since that's the only thing on TV, my entertainment. Okay, well, let's be honest. I don't really watch TV for entertainment. I watch Pornhub for entertainment. I've already seen like three Rule 34 Uvalde porns. I'm not kidding. They have Rule 34 Uvalde. Look it up yourself. Look it up. It's called Bang Bang. Anyway, that made me laugh. I don't care if it made you laugh. That made me laugh. Oh Lord. Like, uh, maybe I should stop. Oh my God. I'll come back and I'll finish this podcast because I'm gonna laugh for 20 minutes straight. Hello, welcome to the One I Have Spare Time podcast. My name is Frank, and I'll be sitting here talking to you for a few minutes. As usual, I'm wearing clothes. Anyway, I'm back. Anyway, I will continue the podcast. Anyway, so the New York Times posted an article about how masks don't work, meaning there's no, they don't stop or help prevent the spread of the fantasy flu. Now, if you've been listening to this podcast, I've been saying masks don't work uh, for the past 2 years. Just saying. I just, like saying I told you so. Also, before when you said masks don't work, you were kicked off, platforms, or like your YouTube video got taken down. But I like how now that a media source from the mainstream media says that masks don't work, now it's okay. I just think that's ridiculous because the studies came out 2 years ago that the masks don't work. And if you once again listen to my podcast, I told you where I got the studies from. Stanford did a study saying that masks don't work. Some I forgot his name. Sorry, but like there was some doctor from Japan who did a study. He said the masks don't work, and that's in this. This is 2 years ago when this whole thing started. Like you had doctors coming out or already saying the masks don't work because the virus is 1,000 times smaller than the holes in the mask. So the mask, I mean, it doesn't take a genius. I'm not a doctor, but if the virus is 1,000 times smaller than the holes in the mask don't work. And this the same thing from from before. You know what really works? Your immune system. Lose 10 pounds. Change your lifestyle so you lose 10 pounds. That'll protect you the most from the fantasy flu. Okay? You don't need you don't need a shot unless you want to be one of the many people dropping dead for no reason. How many like healthy young people have like dropped dead of heart attacks the past 2 years? Hmm. I, w- I wonder what they did. I wonder what experimental drug they put in their body. Yeah, come on, people. How many people have been hospitalized with blood clots because they took the experimental drug the government's trying to push on you? People got to focus. I mean, you people have to take care of your own health, not the government. Government doesn't care about you. But anyway, um, but yeah. So I was I was waiting to have a week go by where there was no mass shootings, but well, that's impossible because we live in America. Well, it's true, but there was well, technically it wasn't a mass shooting. A mass shooting was stopped a couple of days ago in West Virginia. These people were having a graduation party in a apartment complex, and so but they're like on the grass, like in the I guess in the parking lot of the apartment complex structure, I guess. And so this guy was driving by, and he drove by too fast. So the people in the park were like, "Hey, can you slow down because there's kids here." So the guy drove away. Then he drove back. He came back, whatever, like a few minutes later, pulled out an AR-15 from his from his car, started shooting at the people at the party. Can you believe that? Just because they told him, "Can you slow down? Because there's children playing around here." I mean, like in a parking lot, in a apartment complex parking lot, you're not supposed to be driving fast anyway. So it's not like what they asked was unreasonable. But talk about escalating something quickly. Yeah, and he was a black guy. Anyway, a woman at the party was a good Samaritan. She had a gun and she killed the guy. Just to make a long story short, and a she prevented a mass shooting. But how come this isn't news? I'm sorry, I said graduation party. It was a birthday party. But yeah, it was ridiculous. They told him to slow down because there's children playing outside, and nothing wrong with that. He comes back with a gun, starts shooting from his car. This woman who's at the party grabs her gun, kills the guy. She saves countless lives. There were 40 people at the party. The only person who was severely injured was the guy shooting his AR-15. So that's a great example of why we need good citizens to have protection. Because a good citizen, imagine if no one there had a gun. Imagine like of all those people at the party, no one had a gun, and the guy's just shooting at them, and they gotta wait for the cops to show up. Now, you know, with a good response time, maybe there's a cop in the area and they show up like within 2 minutes. But that's still 2 minutes of a guy having free reign over a crowd of 40 people just shooting. A lot could happen in 2 minutes. A lot could happen. But guess what? Someone was there with a gun already. Already had a gun on her. Saved countless lives right there. And when I mean countless, I just mean the 40 that were there. So I guess she saved counted lives. How come this isn't a bigger story? I don't know. I don't know. But, oh well. Oh, and I'm sorry. It was it an AR? It was a semi-automatic rifle. In the media, every time there's something with a rifle, they always say AR-15. I don't actually know if it was AR-15. I just know it was a semi-automatic rifle. They like really try to hype up the AR-15, but the thing is, the AR-15, it's not a military rifle. Like the military would not use that rifle. It's a it's a it's a civilian rifle. Like they act like it's some kind of gun that you would take on the front lines, but it's not. Listen, I'm not a gun expert, okay? But I did play a cop on a soap opera for 3 episodes, so I know a little bit. I'm just saying, an AR-15 is not a military grade weapon. It is a civilian weapon. So like, let's don't act like it's oh my god. But anyway, a gun's a gun. Okay, whatever. It's all dangerous. But anyway, this woman should be a hero. But of course, because it doesn't fit the narrative, because it was another black guy. Like if it was a white guy that opened fired on the crowd, it'd definitely be news. Probably, but it was a black guy, shooting on a crowd of mostly other black people. I mean, that's who commits crimes. Let's just be honest. Well, I'm sorry. Most crimes that are committed against black people are committed by other black people, because that's just how they are. Those people. If you want to stay safe, avoid them. That's just my advice. Anyway, that wasn't racist, was it? Right? We're still friends, right? Anyway, uh, oh Lord. Anyway, so I've been doing nothing as usual. Now I wish other people could live this lifestyle of just doing nothing, but it takes a lot of hard work. Okay, a lot of hard work. I don't know how much longer I can maintain this lifestyle of doing nothing, because I do it really well. I'm trying to get paid, but I don't know. It's hard to get paid to do do nothing. Like, oh well, I guess I could be a Twitch streamer, but I don't have yoga pants, so can't really do that. But I'm working on it. Okay, cut me some slack. But anyway, I've said enough. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope you guys are doing good. I'll talk to you later. Peace.